Good morning, everyone. This will be iPhone 14 Pro customer review. I bought this smartphone with my own hard-earned money 9 days ago. So there'll be no B-rolls or stuff like that. This is no sales commercial. This is simple review of the customer. That's what it is. This is iPhone 14 Gold Pro in 128GB version. Like you can see, this is always on display, which will drain my battery 30% during the night. That's a lot. My latest software, and now it's down to 21%. Well, maybe because my LTE coverage is low. Maybe that drains battery through the night. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But it is what it is. The screen is fantastic. It's flat, beautiful screen, very bright. Look at it. Ooh, now that is a bright screen, 2000 nits. Let's go down. But we still have those thick bezels, and of course the island itself, which is animated. Look, bam. That's a nice touch. I kind of like it. Well, truly I don't, because it's huge on the top of the screen compared to any Android smartphone, which has very tiny hole or minuscule hole. This is tremendously big. Could be even bigger. Nice. Anyway, let's continue. What about power of this smartphone? Well, and I'm not talking about the battery, but the chip itself. Benchmark 1,887. That's a huge number. 5,359. It's a single compared to the previous iPhones. Not that significant pump, but compared to the Androids, which has like 1,000 or 1,300 with the top of the line Android smartphone, that's a huge difference. And of course, multi-score, now that's a huge score, 5,359 compared to the iPhone 12 Pro. That is a huge difference, huge in multi. And compared to any Android smartphone, with the top of the line Android smartphone, which I had and this had 4,000, barely 3,099. But that was the top in the line gaming smartphone, which was very expensive, and usually top of the line smartphone has like 3,000 with the Snapdragon 8 Plus, which is the latest one. Like 3,400, something like somewhere around this area. This is way higher. Let me show you some gaming experience. Call of Duty. All right, gaming. Let me hit search and destroy. No. Let me change it. Ranked match. Okay, but not search and destroy. Domination. And bear in mind, everything is set to a maximum settings. And even the latest and most expensive Android smartphones with Snapdragon 8 Plus had struggle with those settings. You could set it up, this game, all the way to ultra. Set the graphics and frame rate. All right. That's domination. And like you can see, there's no lag at all. Okay, let me just turn it down a little bit. There's no lag at all. Nothing. I love it. It's a like ultra smooth gaming experience. And I'm also killing it. Okay, am I going to be destroyed? Oh no! Okay, I'm done. Because I was watching the camera, not the game itself. Anyway, but that's how it goes. It is really smooth, way smoother than any flagship smartphone with the Android. Yes, killing it. Woo! Smooth gaming experience. All right. Audio. Let me hit it and put it at the maximum level. Now, I love the speakers in this smartphone because they are seamlessly, they are both at the same loudness, not like in the Android where usually the bottom speaker is bigger and stronger and sounds way better than the top speaker, and the top speaker is very small and almost insignificant. This isn't. Both of those speakers are the same loudness. That's why I love it. But sound itself, it's super clean, but it's very, very cold. It's harsh. I love the warm sound. That tone of the sound is definitely not fun for me. It's not warm at all. It's metallic. It's harsh. I don't like it. But this is just a personal preference. So that's what it is. But it's very loud. It's one of the loudest smartphone out there. Camera. If you want to use that 48 megapixel camera, you have to shoot in RAW and main lens. If you go wide angle or telephoto, it won't, or macro, it won't shoot 48, but with 12. Other than that, it is a rather good point and shoot camera. But I've seen better on Android. What about video? Now, in video department, in the video quality, there's no comparison to anything. It's the best video recording smartphone out there. There's nothing better. Nothing. Especially, look at that. Look at it. Look at this. Let me just bring the wide angle lens. Look at that autofocus in the wide angle. Now that's something which you could have only in a super flagship Android smartphones like Galaxy S22 Ultra, but this is still better. I think this is still a better image. Wszędzie się leje. In full sun, look at it. Everything is so bright. It's the brightest image, brightest screen I ever seen in any iPhone, in any smartphone. Wow, that's super bright. And also iPhone has that emergency feature. Well, in the case of the crash, it will call special number. Let's test that. Oh no, 15% down and it didn't call anyone. I don't know if you noticed, but using the original camera app, the video stabilization is always on, and this is just enchanted stabilization, so you can give a little bit more, but the electronic stabilization is always on. What about battery? Let me go to the battery department. There it is. Well, if you don't use the camera too much, it will be all fine and dandy. During the game, I play 1 hour in Call of Duty on the maximum settings, and it drained 20% of the battery, which is rather good. But when you hit that camera button, everything related to a camera will drain your battery. Insane. That's the thing. That's the iPhone. That's the iPhone experience. Memory test. We've tested out with a different data size, 500 megabytes, gigabyte, 10 gigabytes, and 3 gigabytes. And like you can see, those readings are rather similar. Well, in 5 megabytes, it is a little bit lower. But we could say this is symmetric read and write with somewhere around 1 gigabyte per second. Well, conclusion, it's a fantastic device for video recording. Phenomenal. And everything works flawlessly. After the new update, after that fantastic update which we had a couple of days ago, it simply fixed everything. And I literally mean everything, at least in my smartphone. I have no glitches, nothing is bothering me, everything is fine and dandy. And I think another updates will even improve the battery performance and stuff like that. Well, fantastic for video recording, pretty good for pictures. All those apps are working flawlessly, especially, let me just show it to you. What's that app? Well, a cloud, OneDrive. It works way faster than on Android. I don't know why, but it is really fast uploading those photos compared to the Androids, which is very slow. That's what it is. That's the iPhone experience. Also, rendering on the iPhone is very fast with that fantastic chip. And that's all I have. It's a really good smartphone. But Bitcoin is forever. Thanks for watching. See you next.